Okay, right. Question 5, last one for paper 2. So the diagram shows a triangle. Okay, the triangle not drawn accurately. Do not measure the angles. The amount of times I've seen students doing that. All right, do not measure those angles. They're not drawn accurately. The angles are measured in degrees, which is great. Show that the triangle is an isosceles triangle. So let's step over here for a second. So isosceles, what do we know about isosceles triangles? Well, we have two base angles which are equal. These are the same. All right, and we also have two sides which are the same. So the ones that are labelled in green, either two sides are the same or two angles, which we call the base angles. The two angles will be the same in an isosceles triangle. So let's step back to our question. How do we work out what the angles are? Because it's all algebra, isn't it? There's no values in here. If this said something like, 50 degrees and 50 degrees, great. Then that's it. We would show that, it's definitely isosceles because we'd have two angles that were the same. But we need to work out what the angles are. All right. So if you know how to form and solve equations, this is the topic that they're trying to assess you on. What do you know about the angles, the three angles in a triangle? Okay. What do we know about the three angles? What's the rule? Hopefully you're all saying the angles in a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. Okay? So we've sort of said what we need to do. We need to add them up and then set them equal to 180 because they should equal 180. How do we add this up? Now I've seen this done very, very badly and very, very good. Alright, so the method that I've seen when people do it correctly is they do the bits separately. They think about the x's and then think about the numbers separately. Okay, so let's add up how many x's we have. I have 4x plus 5 more x's plus 6 x's. So what is 6 add 4 add 5? Well, 6 add 4 is 10, so that's 10x plus 5 more is 15x. So that the x's total 15x. So I'm just going to get rid of, well actually I'm not going to cross them out, but let's ignore them and do the numbers now. You have 2 plus 8, which is 10, minus 10. So we've got 10, take away 10, that's 0. So I just end up with no numbers. So I've just got an equation that is 15x must equal 180. After adding up the angles, they came to 15x. And they must equal 180. So 15 times something is 180. 15 times our mystery x value is 180. To work it out, if I'm doing it properly, showing my working, 180, the 15 is timesing, so when I move it across it will divide. On your calculator, you can type in 180 divided by 15. I'm trying to do this in my head right now while I'm talking. Just pausing for time, trying to stall you. So I know that 15 goes into 96 times, so it will go into 180 12 times. So x is 12. That is the value of x. Now we can go back using our result, x is 12, and work out the size of these angles. Because I've got 5 lots of 12, 5x plus 2. So 5 lots of 12 is 60, plus 2 is 62 degrees. Whoops, 62 degrees. And I've got 6 lots of 12, which is 72. Take away 10, which is 62 degrees. Alright, so you can see that already we've got two angles that are the same. That's good because that's going to show that it's isosceles. On the top part, let's just make sure that this is a right answer, because when we work this last one out, it should add up to 180. And it's always a clever thing to do in a test. If you can check your answer, do it, check it. With algebra, you can generally check if you're correct. 4 times 12 is going to be 48, plus 8 is going to give me 56 degrees. Okay, so if I've added this up correctly, let's find out if I have actually done this. I haven't got a calculator with me. You could check this on a calculator. So you could add this up. 2, 2 and 6 is 10. Well, that's a good start. Carry the 1. 6, 6, 5 and 1 is 18. So yes, I would check it and it is right. Okay, so we have shown I would write something to that effect, that the two base angles are equal, therefore it's an isosceles triangle. All right. So I hope that's been helpful for you. Please look at the paper 3 playlist that I'm going to put on after this one.